right now, guys. I'm like the Christina Aguilera of comedy. Give it up for my makeup. Come on. This is so fucking awesome. It's so good to be home. I love DC so much. I haven't been here in so long. From what I understand, our mayor does not do drugs anymore. Is that what since I've been gone? But now that I'm a comedian, I travel so much now, and my favorite thing to do when I fly is read this magazine called Cosmopolitan. Ladies, do we read this magazine? This magazine basically teaches us how to be sluts, right? Like, there was an article in there, it was like, how to turn on your guy. He's a guy. Take off a sock, okay? There's another one, it was like, for adventurous sex, surprise your man at work for a quickie. I'm like, I cannot surprise my man at work for a quickie, okay? He doesn't have a job. I'm going to go up to him while he's watching sports on the couch. Surprise! And then there's a whole section, I swear to God, on sex tricks. Tricks? I don't have to do any tricks in the bedroom. I have a vagina, okay? Ta-da! I just get to take a Tylenol PM and lie there. That's all I'm doing. You don't want my vagina doing tricks. What if I was just like, voila, a bird flew out? And then there was a whole section, it was like, how to make your man scream in the bedroom. Guys, you are never supposed to scream in the bedroom. That is so gay. Okay, I don't care if a piranha is gnawing on your butthole, okay? I don't care. And then there's a whole section on role play, which I guess people do that now. They dress up in costumes and fuck each other. And there was apparently the most popular role play fantasy is the nurse fantasy, which I didn't even know, like, if I was gonna do the nurse fantasy for my man, I would just make him wait in the living room for an hour and make him read Highlights magazine before rejecting his health insurance. Okay, that's how that would... You're idiots. Making us dress up in costumes. Ladies, next time your man asks you to dress up in a freaking costume to have sex with him, go into the bathroom, tell him you're gonna slip into something more comfortable. Come out in a wedding dress, okay? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Get a baby stroller. You'll never get an erection again. It's awesome. I just don't like all these role play fantasies because I feel like the guy is always very authoritative and the woman is always like so weak, you know? It's like the guy is always like a lawyer or like a doctor and the woman's always like a secretary, the guy's like a professor and the woman's a schoolgirl. When you guys do this, you're just reminding us of all the jobs you don't have in real life. How about instead of being a doctor in the bedroom, how about just be a fucking doctor? How about that? I did have a guy do this to me once. I had a guy say to me once, he was like, I want you to be a stripper for me. I was like, you want me to be emotionally unavailable and take your money? I've been doing that since we freaking met. Okay, all I need is some self-tanner and a shitty sun tattoo, and I'm ready to rock this right now. Let's go. Dead eyes. I don't know, I just was like, dude, I am not doing the stripper fantasy. I told him, I was like, can we just compromise? How about I throw some glitter on your balls when we watch American Idol? How about that? You can't do this stripper fantasy unless you have a stripper body, you know what I mean? Like, if I was gonna, like, get naked and dance around, you know, that pole, you guys wouldn't be like, oh, look at that stripper. You'd be like, what is that European boy doing at a jungle gym? I just feel like our society is obsessed with strippers. Like, at my gym in LA, there's a class called striptease aerobics, right? It's like get in shape like a stripper. What is a pimp gonna chase me around the gym for an hour? And I get to do freaking blow? What is this class? I'm in. I'm just not adventurous like that. Like, I had a girlfriend of mine ask me recently, she's like, have you ever made a sex tape? She's a slut. I feel like guys can make sex tapes, right? Because you guys, you're like emotionally unattached. Like, you can make a sex tape with some girl, you know, from like 10 years ago, pop it in now and be like, oh yeah. I don't know why I think all guys jerk off like that. Why is that? Like, just like always standing up, like hunched over, like a troll or something, like, and you like growl, like, and it's always under a bridge. Like, why do I think that? But you guys can watch sex tapes, right? All you guys have to do is be like, oh yeah, look at my balls, yeah. Because you guys love your balls. You got to see your balls and you're stoked. Because you guys, you love your balls, all right? You think those things are awesome. You think they're so great. Newsflash, they're terrible. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're awful. Can someone just explain, why do all balls look like they're 150 years old? Like, can you put some sunscreen on that, please? Maybe some lip balm or something, that'd be good. And they're always ashy. Why are they always... But they're also, like, sticky at the same time, so it's like, what is the temperature down there? I cannot figure it out. What is that wetness going on? Like, what was that? It's tears. It's probably tears. They're crying because they know how ugly they are. That's what's going on. They look like that thing hanging off a rooster's chin, just right. Oh, and you guys are shaving them now? You think that helps? Do not shave your balls. The last thing those things need to be are more visible. No way. Grow it out, cover up those weird brown splotches and veins. They're awful. They look like dried fruit. You should be ashamed of yourselves. How dare you? But like women, we can't make sex tapes. We're too emotional, right? We're too sensitive. Like if I were to make a sex tape with some guy, you know, from like 5 years ago, popping it now, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah. I'd be like, oh my God, I miss him so much. I'm gonna find him on Facebook. I'm just not like that. Like I have girlfriends who will text message naked photos of themselves to their man, which I guess the whole point of that is to be like, oh, here's what's waiting for you at home, big boy. Photos. If I was to do a here's what's waiting for you at home photo shoot, I would take some pictures of the freaking dishes, okay? The bills right now. My vagina's not waiting for you at home at all. It's trying to book me an acting job. It is very busy right now. I'm just not sexy like that. I feel like girls are sexy now. I'm not a sexy girlfriend. All I do in relationships is fight. That's all I ever do in relationships. But the thing is that women, we are amazing fighters, right? We are amazing fighters. We are like emotional ninjas, right? Our favorite tactic is the silent treatment. That is our jam, right? Our man pisses us off. He pissed me off. I'm not going to talk to him for the rest of the day. I'm going to show him. Ladies, the silent treatment is not a punishment. It's a freaking reward, okay? He's like, oh, thank God she shut the hell up. Oh my God. I love the silent treatment. I get to watch SportsCenter again today. I'm gonna forget her birthday every year. Ladies, next time your man pisses you off, do not give him the silent treatment. Instead, go Google the most important game of the season, sit next to him during that game, and just ask as many fucking questions as possible. I don't understand. Who's that guy in the striped shirt? Does he work at Foot Locker? I don't understand. Why are they all wearing the same outfit? When are we gonna have a baby? Eventually he will shoot himself in the face and you fucking win that argument. You cannot defeat a woman in an argument, right? It's never happened because women, we never express the emotions we're actually feeling, right? Look, when we're most pissed off at you guys, what do we say? I'm fine. I'm fine means I'm about to stab you in the neck. Okay? Women are very tricky. We're very misleading, right? Not only emotionally, also physically women are misleading. Like you'll see a girl out at a bar, she's like 5'7", you take her home, the shoes come off, she's a gnome, right? We're the same way emotionally. We always express the opposite emotion we're feeling. We do it with other women too, right? We're always like the opposite with women. It happens all the time. Like one woman hates another woman. The woman she hates walks in the door. It's like, oh, I can't stand that bitch. I cannot stand that bitch. I hate that bitch. I cannot stand that slut. All right! You cannot fuck with that kind of crazy, okay? All we want you guys guys to do is ask us how we're feeling, right? Ask us what's wrong. You finally ask us what's wrong, what do we say? Nothing. Even if we do admit it, it's like, yeah, something's wrong, but if you don't know what it is, I'm not going to tell you. Guys, let me explain that to you, okay? Usually when we're pissed off at you but don't tell you why, it's because we snooped through your shit, okay? Cell phones, we've got to be incriminating, but we can't yell at you about it, because then we'd have to admit that we snooped through your shit. So we just silently punish you for like months until one day it'll just randomly explode out. You'll be like, hey baby, do you want to go to the Cheesecake Factory for dinner? Oh, why? Is that where Julie works? I snoop, I don't give a fuck. The problem with women and snooping is we don't think we're doing anything wrong because our minds can talk us into anything, right? We can rationalize anything in our crazy heads. You don't realize until later, till we're fighting with you about it, how we've justified it in our crazy ass brains, you know? Like, what? I was not going through your wallet, okay? I was just cleaning it. You're welcome. I think the worst thing you can find when you're snooping is jewelry. That's the worst thing, right? Like another woman's jewelry, even if it's an ex-girlfriend or whatever. But I have found how pissed off I got about the jewelry I found in my man's place was directly correlated to how nice the jewelry was. So one time I found this really crappy plastic bracelet. I was like, oh, what, you slept with some girl who shops at Claire's? Accessories, is that it? But then I just named a bunch of stores that no man has ever heard of. I was like, oh, what is this, from Wet Seal? Huh? What is this, from Spiegel? What is this, from Overstock.com? But then one time I found a really like nice like silver bracelet and it had like some diamonds in it. I didn't yell at him at all. I just put it on my wrist. And he never heard about it again because I steal. It's mine now, slut. I think the relationships just make women crazy. They make perfectly normal people go insane, right? Like I like to play a little game like 3 months into a relationship. It's called Let's Go Through Your Cell Phone and Delete the Contacts I Don't Like. That's when I get to go through your phone. You gotta tell me who every girl is in your phone, and then I decide if I freaking like it or not. It goes something like this. Lindsay? Sounds like a slut. Delete that. Richard? That's a slut for sure. Delete that. Mom? That's a whore. Delete that. You guys have your weird stuff too. I recently noticed about guys, I noticed that every guy I've ever known, somewhere in his house or apartment or whatever, has a jar that's full of coins? What the fuck is this? The last guy I dated, I was like, oh, maybe he like collects coins, or maybe that's like his laundry money. No, that was his bank account, okay? Like, what are you, a pirate? I don't understand. I date cheap guys. I think that's a problem. I recently had a guy, I swear to God, ask me on a date to go get coffee. Is that happening now, plaid shirt? Is that happening? You're doing that with girls now? You're not straight. No way. What is this shirt? What are we doing here? What are we doing? You're fucking on TV. What are you doing? You're fucking killing me right now. And you don't even try to laugh. This is worse. Do you see how hot these girls are? You're fucking blowing it. This is never gonna happen. No, I like it. You're sexy. Are you single? Too much cum in your mouth? Can't talk? I swear to God, I had a guy ask me out on a date to go get coffee. How cheap is that? He's like, hey, do you want to like maybe go get some coffee later? I was like, sure. You know they have really good coffee? This place is called a Morton's Steakhouse. You piece of shit. I love a little coffee with my lobster. Let's go. And then I'm such an idiot that I went on the coffee date. It was at like 4 in the afternoon. And I showed up to go, like I went up to the counter to pay for my coffee. It was like $1.70 or something. And I go to pull out my wallet. He cuts in front of me. He goes, no. I got it. Well, you're gonna get some coins from your freaking jar? Is that iron? Women are cheaper than men, though. It's not even that we're cheap. We just never expect to pay for anything. right? So much so, we have mastered the art of something that I like to call the pump fake. Which is when the bill comes to the table, we'll just stick our hand in our purse. Just move it around for as long as we have to until you guys sign the check. We're not grabbing anything, we're just shuffling shit around. Just getting stabbed by pencils. If it's a small purse, we'll just do that. And if it's a clutch, we'll just finger bang it as long as we have to. That's when you put a finger in someone's vagina. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know if the guy's supposed to pay, if the girl's supposed to, if you're supposed to split it. I just got out of a 4-year relationship, just recently. Yeah, you're happy about that? Yeah. I'm single. You want to do this right now? This is a water bra. This is false advertising. But otherwise, I'm like, what, are you a pedophile? Is that it? But no, I just got out of a 4-year relationship. It was hard because what I learned after I got out of the 4-year relationship, I learned that women, we're not given the skills we need to survive in the world without a man. I learned this because right after we broke up, I got a brand new car. 4 days after I got a brand new car, I filled it up with diesel fuel. Now, I always love this reaction because all the guys in the audience are always like, oh God, and all the girls are just like, so? Diesel fuel was. I pulled up, the regular was out of order. The surprise, I was like, oh, I'll just fill it up with diesel fuel. And there was a green button and I was like, oh, it's probably better for the environment because it's green. And then you guys are probably wondering how I got the nozzle to fit because the diesel nozzle doesn't even fit in a regular car. I jammed it in there. I was like, I'm self-sufficient, God damn it. A mile later, my car was a ball of fire. But women are not taught practical information like this. We're not taught to live in reality. We're taught to live in our imaginations in a fantasy land, right? I remember, it's true, growing up, I used to have imaginary tea parties. I would put imaginary tea in imaginary cups and drink them with my stuffed animals. That's fucking crazy, okay? Like in any other universe, that's just schizophrenia, right? And the problem is it carries into adulthood. Like, guys, you ever get in a fight with your girl and she's much more pissed off at you than she should be? And you're like, whoa, that argument escalated really fast. It's because for the last week we've been having a fight with you in our imaginations. And in our head, you said all the wrong shit. So by the time we see you in person, we're like, oh yeah, well that's not what you said last week in my mind. There are a lot of things that women do not learn, a lot of practical information. Like, I didn't know what a 401k was till like a month ago. I thought it was a marathon. I swear to God. I was like, why are my friends running in this marathon? 400 miles, fuck that. And the things that are supposed to prepare women for life don't at all. Like, I was in the Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts does not teach you any skills, right? The Girl Scouts basically teaches you to sell a bunch of cookies that you didn't freaking make. Okay? Like, if you're to take the skills you learned in the Girl Scouts and apply them as an adult, you're selling things to strangers in a mini skirt. You're a hooker. That's what you do for a living. That's your job now. But guys learn real skills. You guys, go to the Eagle Scouts and you guys learn how to, make ropes and make fires and stuff. And women don't learn those kind of survival skills. And I was thinking about how much that pissed me off after that happened to me, But then I kind of got perspective. I was like, you know what, guys may know how to make ropes and fires and stuff, but women, we can make people. Okay, that is pretty badass, okay? Give me the backseat of a Taurus and some Sutter home, I can duplicate. And guess what? It comes out on a freaking rope. Going from a long relationship to starting to date again is very difficult because when you're in a long-term relationship, you're comfortable, right? You don't have to wear any makeup, you can just pee in front of the person or whatever. When you're dating somebody new, you have to try to be perfect for the new guy. Like, I've been dating a new guy, and I've been trying to be so perfect. Basically, the first, 3 months of me dating this guy, every second has basically been me trying to not fart. That's all it is. Every second of every day, it's just like, please don't fart, please don't fart, please don't fart. Please don't fart. My ass is in the shape of its fucking life. That's the upside. But the hard part is that I'll sometimes stay at his house for like a couple days at a time, you know, and I have to hold it in so long that by the time I leave, I'm like, all right, see you later. Sometimes you can catch air, like. Because you're always trying to be perfect for the new guy, you know? Like when I stay at this guy's house, the extent to which I try to be perfect for this guy, I will wake up at 6 a.m. while he's still asleep, sneak into the bathroom, put on a full face of makeup, sneak back into bed, so by the time he wakes up, I look like Lady Gaga or something. Which is so ridiculous. Women, we do not need to look cute in the morning for our man. We don't need it. Because guys, before your eyes even open in the morning, you guys have erections. You don't even know what's lying next to you, and you're just ready to have sex with it. Really? You are heathens. You guys literally wake up in the morning, you're like, where's a hole? Give me a hole. It is barbaric. But I do not like morning sex. I do not like morning sex. So what I started doing is I'll cut a hole in a cantaloupe, put it in the microwave for a minute, put a wig on it, leave it in the bed, and bounce. It's hard because now I'm dating it, and a lot of my friends are settling down. A lot of my friends are getting married right now, which is so annoying because I feel like guys always have excuses why they don't want to get married with me, you know? All these excuses. Like one of my favorites is, we don't have to get married, it's just a piece of paper. Which is not true, guys. Marriage is not just a piece of paper. It's about more than that, okay? It's about a diamond. You think in the history of time any woman was ever like, oh my God, you guys, look at my piece of paper! Don't be stupid. You can't put a piece of paper on eBay when we break up. That's not helpful to me. My other favorite excuse that I've heard before is, yeah, we shouldn't get married. Monogamy is just not natural. Yeah, neither are fake tits, but you guys freaking love those. I have friends getting married, so I know I have to like go to all these events. Like I recently had to go to a bridal shower for the first time ever. Nobody told me you're supposed to bring sex toys. I showed up with a teapot like an asshole. And sex toys have gotten crazy. There was one, it was a vibrator that had feathers on there. I was like, is that in case you haven't had sex in so long you can just dust it off? Get busy. And then I recently got to go to a bachelorette party, which those are actually kind of fun. We went to a male strip club, and the thing that cracks me up about male strippers is they're always in like policemen's uniforms, right? And like firemen's uniforms, you know. Strippers are always in policemen's uniforms, firemen's, because they say that women like a man in uniform. It's not about the uniform, okay? We like men with jobs. You will never see a male stripper come out with pajama pants on, holding a video game controller and a Pop-Tart. And I have to go to weddings all the time. And I think the craziest part about going to weddings is like the catching of the bouquet thing, because women get psycho about. I went in there once to try to catch the bouquet. I got shanked. Because what they say is that if you catch the bouquet, that means you're going to be the next woman to get married or whatever. Catch the bouquet. See if one guy talks to you for the rest of the night. I have friends getting married. I have friends having babies now, too. Like, on purpose. I know. I feel like women, after they give birth, they just go insane. Like, I had a girlfriend of mine, she had a baby like 6 months ago or something, and she calls me up and she's like, do you want to come over and watch my birth video? I was like, hell yeah, I do. You guys, I went over there, it was the biggest cooter I've ever seen. But like Blair Witch Project, like shaky cam cooter. It looked like porn from downtown Baghdad, okay? And did you guys know this? After the baby comes out of there, a whole bunch of other shit comes out. You guys, a jellyfish flew by. A trampoline came out of there. I swear to God, Jamiroquai came out of her thing, guys. It was like Craigslist exploded. I was like, I want to give birth just so I can find my car keys. Like, what? I think all of that stuff, babies and marriage, I think that all that's about romance. And I think women, we are obsessed with romance, right? And I think we get brainwashed from romantic movies. I think that's where it comes from. Like, I recently saw these movies called Twilight. Have we seen this movie? Random yelling guy? Yeah, you've seen it. I know you have, for sure. But I recently saw these movies, Twilight. They are so romantic. This vampire is madly in love with this girl, and they're so obsessed with each other. They brainwash you. I went into this movie, I was like, oh, it's a movie about high schoolers. I came out of it, I was like, oh my God, I have to marry a vampire. Oh my God. It makes you obsessed. Guys, don't let your girlfriend see this movie. She will leave your ass, okay? After I saw the movie, I went and talked to the guy I was dating for like 5 days. Finally, he was like, babe, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know, I kind of need to date someone who can fly. But this movie, I think it proves that women have like a bad boy complex, because the vampire says to the girl in the beginning of the movie, he's like, I want to kill you. I want to suck your blood. She's like, it's okay, I trust you. And then he admits that he's killed people before, and she's fine with it. Which actually, I'm such a jealous girlfriend that if my vampire boyfriend told me he'd kill people, I'd be like, who was she? Is she prettier than me? Is that it? Yeah. I just want to date a vampire. I just think that would be so badass. Like, dating a vampire would literally solve all your problems, right? Like, if you're dating a vampire, you would always have the upper hand. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be driving along with your vampire, and he'd be like, you know, I'm thinking about seeing other people. You'd be like, oh, really? Because I'm thinking about putting the sunroof down. Bitch. Don't make me go to GNC and get some garlic. But the problem with vampires is they look like they're 20, but they're actually like 100 years old. So you'd be dating this hot young guy who like grew up in the Great Depression and like hates Irish people. And then, like, you take him out to a nightclub and he'd be, like, doing the Charleston. Or, like, you think he's cheating on you, so you go through his journal, you're like, who the hell is this slut, huh? Harriet Tubman? Who the fuck is that? You guys need to brush up on your Black history, just that area. Women get obsessed with romance. I think it also comes from the nicknames we get growing up. Like, my dad growing up called me princess, right? Princess. He drilled into my head as a kid that I'm a freaking princess, and then I grew up and I got into the real world and I realized that no one else was on board with the whole princess thing, right? Princesses don't lose their virginity at Lollapalooza. That's just not... I think we need to start calling kids things to prepare them for real life. You know, get in the car, rehab, let's go. Women get called things that make them obsessed with romance. Guys get called things that make them obsessed with sports, right? You guys get called like champ. Sports. You guys are so obsessed with sports. You guys can't even refer to increments of a relationship without referring to sports, right? First base. We got to second base. Like, you don't see women running around referring to increments of our relationships through things we like. It's not like last night, me and Mark. Chanel purse. You guys are so obsessed with sports that you guys will wear jerseys for teams that you're not even on. But you think you're on the team? You'll be like, yeah, last night I guess we just didn't score enough. Last night I guess we just didn't play enough defense. We? The Redskins don't need you. Okay, that's like me watching Grey's Anatomy in Scrubs. And then after the show was over, being like, oh God, we just could not save that guy. I don't know. You guys love sports so much, you guys can't even throw your trash into the garbage normally. You guys have to shoot your garbage across the room like it's an NBA basketball game. Like, you don't see women living out our dreams with our trash. I don't take like a used gum wrapper, put it around my ring finger and be like, Brad Pitt and I are thinking about the fall, so. You guys love sports so much that you guys, I feel like you guys do things you would never normally do just because they have sports terms associated with them. Like, I have a feeling the only reason you guys like being single is because it's called playing the field. Because you guys have convinced yourself that you're out there like, I'm shooting and scoring with these chicks. I'm shooting and scoring. I'm playing the field. I'm so great. No, you're sitting home alone jerking off to porn on your couch. That's what you're doing. Which I don't like porn. I do not like porn because you love porn? What do we like going on? What do we have going on up there? Porn? Yay porn or no porn? Yay porn. Oh, good. I like you guys. DC, do you guys have like political porn? Like kind of like, oh, look, it's fucking, I don't know any politicians. The first thing that came to mind was Art Monk, who is not, you guys are probably too young to remember this. He was not a politician. 10-year-old in the front, okay. I don't like porn because porn makes you realize all the things you're not doing right. You know what I mean? Every time I watch porn, like I just am reminded of all the things I'm not doing. Like I saw porn recently, I saw that women are shaving bald. Their pubes bald. Are we doing this, DC? Okay, I like this. Well, you should. It gets way too cold here in the winter. Don't shave it. You're 10. Don't. Don't you look at her just because she looks like a little boy. Don't you dare. I don't get the shaving your junk thing. Like, because I was like, oh my God, like women are doing that now. So I went to go shave. I got razor burn. I look like I had herpes for 2 weeks, okay? That's not cute. Guys are into that now. You guys want women to look like little girls, which is not. My whole thing is you want to do a little girl fantasy? Like, I already cry and throw tantrums every fucking day. What more do you want? You want me to pee on your couch? I can do that. Like, you want to do a little girl fantasy? How about you pay me an allowance? Let's start there. How about you pack me a lunch? I like this idea. Yes. I don't like porn because I think it sets the bar too high. Like, I don't have to compete with porn. Like, I feel like women in porn are always yelling so loud, which I guess you guys think that's sexy. I'm not like that at all. In the bedroom, I'm very quiet in the bedroom. I like to keep a very low profile in there. I will occasionally whisper encouraging things. You know, I'll be like, good job. I really appreciate that. I really think you're showing a lot of improvement. Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. If you guys never watch porn, your sex lives would be so much better because the bar would be so much lower, right? If you guys never watch porn, you'd come home, you'd see your girl lying on the bed, you'd be like, oh my God, she's wearing sweatpants. Look at that snuggie. Why do I think all your penises are this long? I don't like porn. Women do not like porn. We're way too sensitive. Do you know what I mean? Like when I watch porn, I'm not like into it and like, ugh, yeah. I just get very worried about the women in the porn. You know what I mean? I start like spinning out. I'm like, oh my God, she probably definitely didn't go to college. This is not good. She really needs a backup plan. But I think women should watch porn more. Because women, if you guys watch porn, ladies, you would see where your man was getting all those stupid freaking ideas. Like literally every time I watch porn, I'm like, oh, that's why he made me buy roller skates. Okay, that's why there's 2 pounds of pudding in the fridge. Okay. But women are too sensitive for that. Like, I don't like porn. It's too graphic. Like, if porn was made for women, it would just be like 2 hours of snuggling. And at the end, the guy would propose. I would watch that. I would like to see that. I don't like porn. Here, the thing that cracks me up the most about porn is you guys don't think we know you watch it. Erase your history in the menu bar, and I know you did some crazy shit. Or you don't erase your history, and I try to go to google.com, and it goes to goodjigglyjugs.com. Deal with that at 7 a.m. The other reason we know you guys watch porn is because you guys will do things in the bedroom that you're obviously like copying from porn, like the spanking thing. When you guys do this, we're just freaking laughing at you, okay? I'm sorry. We're like, yeah, I'm a bad girl. What an idiot. Please don't fart. Please don't fart. The new thing you guys are doing in the bedroom that I know you're copying from porn is the choking thing. You always know has been choked. Choking thing was going on. Imagine my surprise. first time that went down, I was like, I don't know where he put the money. The funny thing to me about the choking thing is it's the only fake, like, I'm gonna kill you thing you can do in the bedroom that's actually sexy. Like, you can't mime any other killing tactics in the bedroom. It's not like a naked guy can come out of the bathroom and be like, da-na, da-da-da-da-da. Guys are into the choking thing. So now when a guy tries to choke me in the bedroom, I'll just go along with it. You know, I'll be like, ah. You gotta sell it. I used to worry about porn. I used to be like, oh my God, my man's watching porn. You know, he doesn't love me, or like he's not attracted to me. Porn is not a threat to our relationships. I like to think about it like this. Guys watching porn is like women watching the Food Network. Hey, we're both watching things we're never gonna freaking do. Women have our own version of porn, right? Our version of porn is romantic comedies, right? We compare you guys to the men in romantic comedies just like you compare us to the women in porn, right? You guys take us out to a 5-star restaurant with shrimp and champagne. In our minds, we're just like, yeah, well, Matthew McConaughey took his girlfriend into a hot air balloon and got her diamond necklace and a panda. This is fucking bullshit! Romantic comedies, they brainwash women. They make us believe in, like, fate and destiny. Fate and destiny are names of strippers, okay? They're not real. It's weird, though, because romantic comedies set the bar so high for you guys, but what's weird is that guys are the ones that write all the romantic comedies. Guys run Hollywood. If women ran Hollywood, the romantic comedies would be a lot more realistic, so there'd be a lot less disappointment when you left the theater, right? No more freaking models being cast as the lead of every movie. Lead of every movie, if women ran Hollywood, Kathy freaking Bates, bitch. Angelina Jolie would never work again. I don't care. Cambodia can fucking have her. Fuck her. Our new sexy action star, Oprah. Bam. She blows some shit up and everyone gets a car. I would see that movie. It's funny though, because I feel like romantic comedies set the bar so high for you guys. We want you guys to act like the men in romantic comedies, but if you ever did act like the men in romantic comedies, it would totally backfire, right? Like carrying a woman up the stairs. I'm gonna carry my woman up the stairs. I'm gonna sweep her off her feet. If you guys try to do that in real life, you better make sure you don't so much as freaking wince. You better go to the gym. You make sure you can lift her weight, bitches. Because if there's like a you are so fucked. Just kill yourself. Like, it's not even worth it. Oh, what, I'm fat? Is that I'm fat? George Clooney could have carried me up the stairs. Ruben Studdard could have carried me up the stairs. You have a small dick. Another thing I feel like guys are always doing in romantic comedies that would never fly in real life is guys are always, like, lighting candles to be romantic. No. Women are obsessed with candles. We're like pyromaniacs, right? You guys come over, we have candles everywhere. You don't know if we're gonna have sex with you or sacrifice you, right? But guys, you cannot light candles. If I go to a guy's house and he's got candles everywhere, I don't think you're romantic. I think you took a dump, okay? We know what you're doing. Stop trying to glade your way out of that Chipotle. Just stop. The other thing guys do in romantic comedies that would never fly in real life is guys are always like showing up unannounced. You know what I mean? Just showing up. Like I was watching one and this woman was like gardening or something and the guy was like standing there and she turns around and was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? And the guy was like, I just had to see you. First of all, it's 2010. You can send a fucking text, okay? Stop being a creepy stalker. It's weird. Second of all, women, we do not like being snuck up on, okay? I need a lot of time before I see my man. A lot of things need to go down before I see my man. I don't want any surprises. All right, I gotta get the baby wipes out. I got some under eye concealer so I don't look like an avatar. A lot of things have to go down, okay? Which is so crazy because women, we put so much effort into getting ready, hours before we leave the house, right? Hair and makeup and shaving and tweezing and plucking and eyeliner and all, which is ridiculous because women are naturally beautiful, right? You guys don't need any makeup. Women wake up in the morning and are naturally beautiful, period. You guys are fucking disgusting and you don't don't have to do anything. You just roll out of bed with those balls. How dare you? They're so awful. They're embarrassing. That's what needs 3 hours of makeup right there. Some concealer. Yeah. Maybe a hot iron to iron out those wrinkles, please. But the one thing you guys do have to do, like shave your face, you don't even have to do it. If you guys don't shave, it's sexy, it's distinguished. If we don't shave, we're lesbians. That's how that goes down. Women, we torture ourselves, right? At any given moment, women are wearing so many torture devices. Like thong underwear, who invented that? Fuck you. It is terrible. Like, you know a woman did not invent thong underwear because no woman was ever standing around in full underwear and was like, you know what would be so much more comfortable? If all of this fabric was just like violently riding up my asshole. Is there a way you can get all this fabric to just try to rape my butthole? Is that... I want it just to feel like a rubber band is snapping. I want it to feel like an alligator is actually eating me out. Can you do that? And what is the point of thong underwear? The point of thong underwear is so that we don't have panty lines. For what? Do you think in the history of time any guy was ever standing around like in a nightclub bar with his buddy and was like, this is my buddy, by the way. It was like, hey, dude, check out that girl. She's so hot. Oh, my God, she's so hot. She's so sexy. I've got to talk to her. All right, I'm going to go talk to her. I'll be right back. Dude, what are those lines? Oh, my God, never mind. That's disgusting. It's ridiculous. And most of these torture devices, men invented. You know, guys invented high heel shoes. That was a guy's invention. Which I have a theory about this. I have a theory that like 200 years ago, women were getting around, wearing flat shoes, getting where they needed to go. A bunch of guys got in a room and they were like, God, you know what? These women, they are gorgeous. They are beautiful. The only problem is they are really hard to have sex with. I mean, they can just get up and walk away. We need to do something to just slow them down. What if we just put like a 4-inch brick on the back of their foot? You think they'd do that? And it works, because I've talked to guys extra hours longer than I wanted to because my feet were freaking killing me. I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, dude, can I just have that roofie now? Because my feet, I can't feel anything, please. Those heels are, you know they call those really high heels, they call them fuck me heels. That's what they call them, because when you put them on, you're like, oh, fuck me, really? We're doing this again? I don't like to wear fuck me heels. I like to wear, let's just be friends, sneakers. Also invented underwire bras, which again, only a guy's insensitive mind would come up with that. Because only a guy's mind would be so insensitive that they would see, you know, a soft bra with a woman's boob and was like, you know what that thing needs? I think that needs a skewer right through. It's not a kebab. What are you doing? This isn't fucking Fight Club. What is going on in your head? And then in the 70s, women started getting pissed off because they hurt so much, right? And then women started burning their bras, and then guys invented water bras, so we couldn't burn them anymore. That's actually pretty smart. I gotta give you a gold star for that. And then they were like, you know what, these women, still the boobs are not big enough. And then you guys invented breast implants. What? The next step was cut them open and fill them with Jell-O? Are you out of your fucking mind? Women, do not get breast implants. Do not let society's ideal of beauty, mess with your self-worth. Do not love your body. Fuck the media. It's all Photoshop. Love your body. Serious note from Whitney Cummings. But you also don't want to get breast implants because if you get breast implants, you're just going to attract the wrong kind of guy. Every guy in an Ed Hardy shirt is going to want to talk to you. Is that what you want? Every guy in a Bluetooth headset with flames on the side of his car, stitching on his jeans. Is that what you want? See, I don't have any boobs, and my life is quiet. No one tries to talk to me. I can go into a nightclub. No one harasses me. No one even tries to hug me. This is no fun. No one wants to do the sternum bump. It's not fun. I walk by a construction site. Shh, quiet. Every now and then a construction will be like, yo, what's up, dude? Which I don't get that. What is the yelling at women? What is the yelling at strangers? What is that? What does that accomplish? Like, do you think in the history of time, 5 dudes in the back of a truck yelling at a girl jogging has ever worked? You think in the history of time any girl was ever like, and heard, let me see those titties! Sat down with a happily married couple and was like, hey, so how did you two meet? And the girl's like, well, one morning I was jogging and this truck full of 5 dudes drove by. One of them yelled out, I want to put it in your butt. And I was like, he's the one. I love you guys. I'm Whitney Cummings. Thank you so much. Thank you.